And how'd you meet?
Me and Swab knew each other from back in the day, back in the street days. You know,
street days?
Back when,
You'd be surprised.
Me and Swab go back like rewinding tapes. That's about 10 years. Something like that.
It's been a grip.
Me and Dre, and actually then me and Swab met Dre together about 6 years ago.
It's magical.
Yeah, it was some chemistry that was there's nothing we could have planned. We didn't plan it. I was a solo artist. Nick was actually kind of helping Suave to get some production in addition to the production they had with his brother. He had a group called CWK, and they were looking for tracks. We met up at a Wendy's, and I remember sitting at that. Every time I pass it, I think, man, that's where I met my brothers at. You know what I'm saying? And they came out to the car to hear some tracks, and they went nuts. I was glad I had thousands of tracks just sitting around, so I was glad to find somebody who could actually.
We recorded one song, and then that was it.
After that, it was like one of those, aha moments.
Everybody went nuts. Every time we performed, every time we did a show, visually we speak. Ain't too many groups that the diversity, you know.
Diversity,
And then we all have different. We bring something different to the table.
Dre Vice, when you step in the booth, what are some things that really like calm you down and put you in the mindset that you need to be in to create music?
Honestly, it depends on the song, the concept. When me and my brothers get together, one of us may come up with a hook or an idea, and the other ones may expound upon it, and then it'll turn into something that's kind of a creation. It's a co-labor that is unprecedented. We come up with chemistry in the studio that I've never experienced with any other artists that I've worked with. I've worked with some amazing artists producing, but when the voice gets together, it's something special every time, every single time.
Do you know how some people, they like candles and stuff like that? Do you have to have candles and stuff? Or does the room have to be dark or any of those things?
Not necessarily candles, but we got a dimmer in here. You know, sometimes some songs might cause for a little bit more meditation. Then something else they might need to, Dre, come on, get more amp, get more hype. They come in, they might push me a few times to get to pull it out of me, or we do it like that sometimes. But it always ends up being hot.
Right.
Every rip.
But are there any times when you come in here and you're just like, I can't get nothing out? My brain is frozen. I can't pull anything out of my system right now.
With me, I'm like Mr. Multitask. So I'll be working on 9 songs at a time. So if I can't get on one, then whatever mood I'm in, I'll go to that one. Or I'll just go make a track or something just to pull out something. But I rarely get stuck because I got too many different channels I can turn to.
Right.
Production, whether it's writing, whether it's directing in my mind, or trying to create a video in my head, something will come out.
So we were talking about earlier, you kind of like the more loud, silly one, but let's go a little deeper than that. What was it like growing up for you? Your siblings, growing up, your parents, and stuff like that?
Well, I'm like a lot of other people, single parent home.
Yeah. Mom?
Mother, yes. 2 brothers, one younger, one older. Born and raised here in Louisville. Berrytown, shouts out to Berrytown, Newburgh, all around. So, it's pretty basic, single parent home. You know how it is.
I think because I grew up in a single parent home, but I think that's why I came out the way that I am. Like, I never wanted to fall in life because my mom worked so hard for me to, you know what I mean, to get where I'm at.
Well, I was always creative. I used to sit in my room, drawing pictures. I used to play by myself a lot. People think I was weird. So, I guess, maybe some of them were right. So, but it also helps me with my creativity, writing songs, poetry.
So we're riding actually through your hood right now, and I say hood because you grew up in the hood, right?
Yes.
Not with a silver spoon.
No, not at all. Actually, I grew up in Newburgh, south end of Louisville, which is pretty hood, pretty ghetto, pretty infested. But only white boy in the hood, and I don't want to, sound like a broken record, but same story. Single mother on welfare.
Right. Tell me how she did it, Tupac.
She did it. She did it with the help of God.
Yes.
She did it. And at the age of 12, I was actually out in the streets at 12. I got caught up early, wrong crowd. Can't draw off in a swimming pool. You got to get out. So I was stuck in with the wrong crowd. And got caught up in the streets. I guess from 12 to, and I won't labor here too long, but from like 12 to 18, I caught like 20 cases.
What?
I had 13 felonies and 22 misdemeanors before I was 18.
What type of cases?
Most drug-related, guns, one endangerments, a lot of stuff like that.
At what point did you say, okay, this is enough?
probably the 15 years that I had on the shelf.
15?
Yeah, the judge was like, yo, you one more case and you getting off 15. It's literally
What?
throw a piece of bubblegum wrap on the ground. Yeah, so that was, that kind of scared me. But again, it was a situation where I knew something was missing. I'm a firm believer in that. We as human beings, we all have a void inside, and it's like an empty vacuum in a place that only God can fill. So I just really came to that realization, and I'm glad that I did that young, because my life began to change so much for the better after that. Everything wasn't easy, it wasn't bowl of cherries by no means, but God really began to unfold His plan for my life, the gifts that He had put in me, and what my calling was.